Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of D6, where I, Yaro Shien, bring a whole bunch of abridging and old friends and new friends and voice acting friends on, and we play some D&D and all that other fun stuff. So before we get into announcements, we are going to go ahead and run the character intros once, as we always do now, and I want to tell you guys that one of the character intros will be removed quite soon. Unfortunately, that is Zavin, as he had already left the game, as I had explained in the last week's stream. But we'll get more into a lot of things that are changing and a lot of things that will be happening for D6 over as time goes on. So let's go ahead and run those character intros, and then we will get on with the game.
My name is Alana Marathari, and this is my story. To say that misfortune follows me at every turn would be a sad, but true beginning. My mother was beaten, tortured, and left for dead, but carrying me unknowingly. Going to one of the many elven clans, there I was born healthy and lived among her elven brethren. After finding love and starting my family with a wonderful man named Fenrir, we had a daughter, Alicia. Little did I know that misfortune would come my way once more. While going out on a food gathering with my mastiff Shay, our clan was attacked by humans. Fenrir died trying to protect my daughter, who later I learned was kidnapped. As I saw my beloved die in front of my eyes, I vowed to do whatever it took to find and bring back Alicia to the clan and to always be by her side. I've spoken out of turn many times to my clan, and it's brought me more than my fair share of trouble, but they know I'm right. I will also admit that I do love to partake of fine wines and nails a little more than the average woman, but that's only to mask the pain. I often hide behind jokes and sarcasm. You know, it's easier to laugh at my own pain than deal with it. When it comes to fighting, I believe that I've proven my worth more times than can be counted. My clan is definite proof of that. I have used my femininity at times to get men to give me information, but never letting them get too close to ever touch my heart again. Until I find Alicia, I will not rest. My goal is to find her and save her from the monsters who took her from me. She is my reason for living, and she is the reason why I fight.
My name is Mitch, or as I have been known previously, Rocky Duck Number 9, a monk from the North Country. I journeyed to the land of harsh cold after my adopted family started harshing my mellow. Here I came across the monastery home to the monk clan, the Rocky Duck, named for the particularly cute waterfowl native to the region. The Rocky Duck value cuteness to a very high degree. I was accepted into the group after a ritual, and was given the number 9 as my identification, because I didn't want the number 37, and the original number 9 had just passed away before I got there, so I figured. Anyway, I trained with them for several years until I realized I could be much cuter if I let my hair grow long. Yes, that is the only reason I left. Please do not inquire further. I now aspire to practice the arts and traditions that were handed down to me, but in my own way, and maybe become an entertainer on the side. I also hope to find a rich girlfriend. Either one works. Though these things may be difficult, as I am not a stellar conversationalist. Hopefully my cute hair will help improve my chances with these endeavors.
I am Arya Hope, rejected by society for being a tiefling, though raised by only a human mother. I found enjoyment in music. My mother first taught me the lute when I was a child, and I found myself skilled in nearly any instrument I encountered. I truly felt the magical properties of music, so I decided to become a bard. And I left my mother at the age of 13. This drew attention to me, mostly responses of disgust. Early on as a bard, I would work run down pubs, and I would be nearly booed off the stage before I could even perform. A kindly half-elf took pity on me, and she gifted me a brass ring that I've worn ever since. From that day, I was hell-bent that I would not be brought down, and I continued to perform. The half-elf, who introduced herself as Florinda Audith, became a regular in my audience. She went on to introduce me to a mysterious promoter known simply as the Shadow Agent. I've never seen his face. I know only his deep, raspy voice. this. He's regularly flaunted his connections and has proved an invaluable resource to me. Time and determination was to my advantage, as my skill eventually earned respect, and I've come to a point of moderate success. I will never let go of my dream, which is to one day perform for the royal court. The brass ring given to me by Florinda will never tarnish, and it reminds me that I will not tarnish either.
I, Agamemnon Gorvroth, born in the heart of Dracovania, conceived by Durgrax, a general in the Dracovanian army, and Belnies, a teacher. I grew up enjoying some of the more finer things in life. A good home, plenty of food, and most of all, an exuberant amount of treasure. Until the age of 5, my father had taught me all he could about combat. So he sent me out to Grandmaster Zorbroth to complete my training. He said I had latent potential that he wanted to unlock. So, as the years went on, I trained with the Grandmaster, learning techniques I wouldn't think would be so amazing. I returned home after a few short years with my newfound experience of the world. I then became a member of the army, fighting alongside my father. Whenever we fought, I felt such a rush, almost as much as the rush I got with gold and treasure. Although we had our wealth, I found it to be rather plain. There's only so much Dragonborn treasure you can look at before it gets stale. So, I left home once again on a journey to find other treasures of the world, other than Dragonborn. My mother is supportive. My father, on the other hand, while not the happiest, still supported my decision. Now on my own, I crossed the land searching for a good fight, and also the riches and treasures this world has to offer.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Evan Gilthorne, and this is my story. I grew up in this sleepy little gnome village up north called Aspelid. Pretty uneventful, till one day, the sadistic pissant called Archduke Harklight came strolling in, claiming he owned our forest, and unless we had a few mountains of gold lying around to buy it back, he'd burn it to cinders in less than a month. Now, I was pretty young at the time, and, if I'm being completely honest, more naive than was probably healthy. So I actually believed that if I went to the big city and got me an honest job, I'd be able to save our forest and nothing flat. Sadly, forest life did not properly convey to me the value of money, and that hope was wrung out of me pretty damn quick. Luckily for me, one day a treasure caravan happened to crash in front of the shop I was working at, and I was able to make off with an extremely valuable sword. Old Hawklight seemed satisfied with it, but apparently not enough to keep him from blabbing my location to my unwitting benefactors. I probably would have been killed right then and there had members of the Eclipse Eye not swooped in to save my ass. They told me they'd been the ones who caused the caravan crash in an attempt to steal the very sword I'd given Hawklight. They were actually pretty impressed that some kid with no training was able to beat them to the punch, and so they offered me a choice. Spend the rest of my life running, or join the Eclipse Eye and never feel powerless again. I may be paraphrasing, but it was quite the sales pitch, I assure you. So I joined up, and I've been with 'em ever since. One day, slowly but surely, I'm gonna whittle away that golden pedestal that makes Hawklight think he can toy with the likes of us. But until then, my name is Evan Gilthorne, and I am a thief.
Alright, guys, welcome back, and players, you can turn your mics on now. So, announcements, some real quick announcements. Once again, I actually would like to give special thanks to Battlebards.com and also Soundhammer for letting me use their music. It is very freaking awesome, and that is very, kind of them to allow me to be able to do stuff like that on this stream. That being said, I think it's also important to let you guys know that there'll be some changes, and the first one that would be most notable is the new layout from the red fabric to now this very stony element that I very much like a lot better, especially since it's so much more immersive. And some characters are going to be leaving, some characters. Hopefully some new characters will be coming by. I have been waiting to bring one guy for quite a while, but we have not been able to sit down and get his character sheet written out. We got his backstory in, but now we just have to get his character sheet, and he has to be able to make time in order to kind of just figure out what his actual schedule is. Of course, Zavin had, or Izzy had to leave. Zavin's probably going to be leaving this game. Atticus was unable to make it tonight because of work, which is what I assume. And he'll probably be back either next week or the week afterwards. So I'll be, of course, doing some NPCing for him for that. And then
Wait. Didn't you tell us players that we were going to take a break?
Yeah.
Next week. I'm sorry, you guys.
Wow.
Thank you, Tara, for
Running us to the ground.
Yeah.
Follow your own schedule, Aaron. Jeez.
I'm not this
yeah.
late. Don't confuse us.
Okay. I have an entire Skype chat and I totally forgot. Next week we are not going to be doing a stream as there's a lot of other things, both life and in general, I think we all are taking care of. For me personally, I am switching rooms, but this is all going to stay down here because apparently I can't take any of this upstairs as I am too loud. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll be pretty much taking bed and other usual, amenities, but down here is where it's going to stay, but I have to clean up everything upstairs as there was a lot of stuff that was left behind by the previous residents, otherwise known as my older brother and uncle. That being said, I am going to try and find another player, our 6th player, and hopefully I'm going to try and get everybody in, not next weekend, but the weekend afterwards. So there will be no stream next week, but the week afterwards we'll be right back into the game. Hopefully you guys will be somewhere dealing with what might be at the White Dragon Summit, if there's anything up there. That being said, what about you guys? What's up with you guys? Anything new? Anything happening?
I'll go last because I got a bunch of things.
I became a hooker.
What?
What?
No.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is where it begins.
If I could, I'm actually drinking myself right now, so.
Same here.
This is where it begins. Tara's already like, oh, Aaron.
I'll just pretend to be drunk. I'll just pretend to fit in.
And remember,
act like the cool kids.
Maximum is 3, but no more than 4.
What if
Well, I mean,
just
I have.
slurring and being just completely incomprehensible.
Well,
Wait. That's for bottles. What about liquor?
I'll say I have tall boys.
Is it preferable to go to beer?
It's preferable to go to beer. I mean, I'm drinking
beer's
Mike's Hard
gross.
Lemonade. That's me. And trust me, we're not sponsored by them. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They pay us money to play D&D.
If only. If only.
Yeah.
If only, yeah.
But I guess that's actual real stuff. Killer Bear's coming soon-ish. I had to get redos from Megami 33 earlier, which was fun. She screamed, "I fucking hate you," for making her scream. And yeah, I also have my patron stream tomorrow, which Aaron, hopefully you can be on as well.
Oh, as always, my friend. As always.
Might bring on Ava if you're available.
Of course.
All right. Cute. And that's it for me.
And what about Tara? I mean, she's part of all this.
I'm gonna put out a vlog soon. I've been planning it. I just have to find a day this week that I actually have free time because, full-time college student, waitress every single fucking day.
Aren't I your editor?
Well, you're my editor if I put out,
Big
abridged
projects.
content. Yeah, because I can just put together, vlogs. If I have to do lip flaps, God forbid.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Damn lip flaps. Fuck that shit.
Seriously, that's why I never did it myself. But I tried before. Remember, I put together that one shot, and then Amy never gave me any lines.
Yeah, I know. It was planned. It was planned, but poorly planned at that. Ooh.
I thought it was funny.
Well,
Wow. The world will never.
Well, I won't doubt your. I won't doubt that. So is that I think that's everything for everyone. So
No,
Ava.
I was supposed to go last.
Ava.
So I've got 3 announcements to make. I know.
boy.
That's why I said last. First off, for everyone who had my old YouTube channel, that one is no longer there. So now I am working with Latin Fire Productions on YouTube.
Oh, what
So
happened?
there should be only one. I decided to make something to incorporate everything. Since I'm a live action editor, I decided to just put all my videos in one area. I will still be doing Latin Fire Bridge in a different one, but at a later date. So that'll be just for the bridge works. And during the PTC gaming stream yesterday, Izzy let out that he will be doing the voice of Izzy for Digimon, which was supposed to be kept a secret, but thanks a lot, Izzy.
Aww.
And yeah, so I've got Izzy as Izzy, I've got Greg as Matt, and hopefully Tara, if she ever has time, will be doing Mimi. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Did you even send me a script for
I
that?
sent you a script 2 months ago when I was heading to ALA.
All right.
Okay,
yeah.
resend that, and I'll do it. I have a shit ton of stuff to record. I'm just gonna take a day and do all of it this
That
week.
works. That
It's
works
true.
for me.
It's true. Only,
Wait,
man,
only if I had finished that How to Be an Adventurer script this week.
Believe me, it took
Yeah.
me 5 days to get one line to Aaron, and I just got that to him like a half hour ago.
And people are wondering, hey, why haven't you showed any screenshots of Mikaku? Oh, I
No.
wish I could. I wish I could.
Okay, well, for one thing, you didn't even tell me. You didn't even.
I didn't.
I
I gave her
had to
no
ask,
context.
He gave me no context for the line, and the only reason I got that one line is because Mary's not in this episode, and so I was just like, it's a shame that I'm not in this episode. And he's just like, okay, well, I need someone for this one line, and like this is the first I'm hearing about this.
And you want to know what the thing was? Is that I had talked to Yomi about Ayaka because I was like, man, I have no idea who I'm gonna like have casted as your wife. For this episode, and so like, I was going through the fucking rounds, like who's gonna play Ayaka? There's really nobody that I personally like think could do it right now, and then Tara's all like, oh, I'm not in this episode. All right, fine, you're in this episode. One line, and that is it. And I gave her no context. I just sent her the line, and that was it. I haven't even heard them yet.
You are the worst.
I am the worst, and yet everyone loves me. I guess.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I guess.
Love is a strong word.
More like we find your presence kind of pleasing, but fuck off the rest of the time.
Hey, you said it.
I did say it. No, I'm not taking it back. All right. What was your third thing?
Oh yeah, my third thing is I'm gonna be working with Carrie on somewhat of a project. We haven't really discussed the major things, but we all know that she's doing Miraculous Lady dubs, and I might have her for the Lady blog thing coming up later, where it's Isla and Marionette for Miraculous Ladybug, because they need some girl interactions. There's always these two, Eagle and Carrie. I kind of got jealous, and I was like, fuck it, we're doing something. So,
All right.
so yeah,
All right,
that'll be out soon. Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Oh yeah.
So with that all accumulated, we got all of our announcements out. So let's get into this week's game. So, as we left off the last time, our adventurers had left Balderberg, Alana and the crew getting into a bit of the trouble with the law. And she is now permanently banned from Balderberg until she completes her mission and retrieves Alicia. Blech, I almost said that wrong.
Alicia.
Alicia?
Alicia.
Alicia.
I named... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew I spelled that wrong.
Yeah, it was FMA. I love it so much that I had to name my little girl Alicia.
Alright. Then I'm gonna have to rewrite that note real quick. Because I had spelt it Alicia as in, like, almost my mother's name. It is Alicia. Alicia. Alright, and so she cannot return to Polderberg until she retrieves Alicia, and thus, if she does return to Polderberg without retrieving Alicia, she will be arrested and put on trial. And so they were then escorted out of Polderberg, into which they had met up and talked a bit with Arvello, in which he decided to travel down south, and they decided to travel up northeast to go through White Dragon's summit. Along their travels, they had a bit of chatting. Apparently, there was some talk of Alana and Begamnin, and something interesting happening there. Something about how the gnome wants asked to. Somebody wrote something. I wrote it down. I had it in one of these notes. Somebody wrote something, and I was going to say it, but I can't remember it.
I think Yomi might have that tweet somewhere.
He might have it somewhere.
Something. Begamnin's balls are blue.
Oh.
He wants to have elf ass, and the gnome does too. And so, as the night got too late before they can get to the town, they decided to set up camp for the night. And so, as the night had went on, Will-O-Wisps had traveled through the forest, and they were speaking Infernal, in which Arya was able to make out the messages loud and clear. And as the night entered on, some rather mysterious forces and screams from the forest. And when the screams had stopped, these forces started attacking their camp. And that is where we are starting off today. And guess what I got? Trees!
Oh my god.
Dear God. That's a lot of trees.
Oh no.
And they're toppling over.
So many trees.
So, like, okay, so I told my family, please, like, save the rolls for me, because I need them, because you guys always seem to be traveling in, like, a forest most of the time. So I was all like, please save them, so then when I do use them, I'll be able to use them a lot more wisely. So this is just the area of your guys' encampment. I had to cut some down and now, all of you guys, roll initiative! Oh, except for those who have dark vision.
Yeah. Yep. I don't got that.
I've got that.
For those who do not have dark vision, this is a surprise attack on you. So,
Well, I have dark vision.
alright. So, go ahead and just roll. And where's my dice? Ah, Christ.
Yes, my child.
Hey, that's my line. Thoroughly need to remind you guys, I am God right now. I break the starry sky night asunder, and I fuck shit up with a D20.
If you can get it.
Yeah, if I could ever fucking hit you guys.
just skilled. Maybe you should make your NPCs less shitty.
That's almost hurt me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright. This one... No. This one is Arya. This one is Zavin. Which I have to roll for him. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, this guy. This one is Mitch. And this one is Alana. So, Zavin. This one is Mitch. This one is...
God. Puns. Crappy puns.
Alright. Looking for my number 2. There you are, you son of a bitch. Alright. So what's your guys' roles? Those who do not have dark vision.
I think all of us have dark vision.
No, I don't.
Oh, we don't? Okay.
Oh, okay, so this is just on begin then.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yep. The night is still young. Alright, Arya, Alana? Arya, Alana?
Well, I have dark vision, so I have
know
no
you
idea.
I have dark vision.
Alright, roll initiative if you have dark vision.
Okay. You said if we don't.
No, if you do not have dark vision, do not roll initiative.
I have 14.
Okay, 14. Arya?
1 second. 19.
Okay. Alright, so the first one is up is Arya.
Oh, great.
From passive perspective, you can see 2 incorporeal forms in this area right here, in between these trees. And you are currently right here.
Can I?
You can move, you can attack, you can try. Anything.
I'll use. Hellish Rebuke is actually fire, yes?
It is fire, but it can only be used if somebody had attacked you first. It is technically a bonus action. It is technically a bonus action. It's a bonus action that is used during an opponent's turn. Keep in mind, you have weapons. You have.
Okay, then I move. Am I close enough to attack now?
From where you are, the only weapon that I think that you can use to attack them is your javelin.
Then I use my javelin.
Alright, that is a range, so go ahead and use... Go ahead and roll for dexterity and add that modifier and see if it hits.
$15 total.
Alright. That hits, so go ahead and roll damage. I think you wrote it down, so I... Now this is the one that's magically
3.
enchanted, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, it does hit.
And then I got a 3 for damage.
Alright. Noted. That is, I think, your only action, because I don't think you have an extra attack. You can still move, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So you just gonna call that your turn, or?
Yeah.
Alright. Stuff is... Alright, Alana?
Okay. Alright. Trying to see where my character is on your screen.
Your character is right here.
Okay. Alright, well then I guess I'll have to use my longbow.
Alright. On which one? Just
The one
here, and then
the one in my direct line of sight. Oh, and question.
One.
Do I need to make a roll for Shay? I have not sent you the sheet, but I have all the information.
The way that Shay works is that Shay moves when you do. So when it's your turn, it is also Shay's turn. But do keep in mind is that you both have separate actions, but they do consider your one action.
Okay. Alright. So I'll use my longbow.
I need to actually put one down for Shay. Which I'll just do it like this. Alright, go ahead. Dexterity and modifier and all that.
Dexterity. 19 plus modifier. Oh, 19, 20, 21, 23. Wow.
Okay, so you pull back your bow and you fire at this one, but it just phases right through this incorporeal being and just hits the tree behind it.
Alright. Well, I could do a call to Shay to see if attack would work, but I don't know.
Shay has 40 feet of movement.
40 feet of movement. That's more than 40 feet, isn't it?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He would be able to get him.
Okay.
Because he does have a 5-foot range. And technically it is within his range.
Yeah. Alright. Then I'd have to call. And then, at least... Oh, I'm just gonna go with intimidate. Because if it can't really attack through it, it can try to scare it.
So you want him to get close?
Yeah.
Okay. So you tell Shay to move close enough to this being, and he's gonna try to intimidate. This is 0 for charisma. So go ahead and roll for intimidation, in which I will then know the DC from there.
It's 17.
Alright.
And you say it's a +3 for his modifier. So it's
His charisma is originally -2. I remember,
-2.
So his charisma would be
Alright.
at just 0.
0. Okay.
Alright, the intimidation does not work. This rather incorporeal form seems to now stare down this now sad-looking puppy dog. And somewhat scared.
My poor baby.
Alright, so this one is going to move here. Zavin is going to try and go around, and he is going to throw one of his daggers. Which unfortunately misses, and it just phases right through and hits the tree. Stop. This form now is going to go ahead and attack Shay. His AC is 13. It is a 14.
It's gonna hit.
Alright.
Yeah, because mine is AC 12. So.
Alright. So, this form grasps on to Shay. It opens what looks to be a mouth and begins to now suck what looks to be Shay's life force.
No.
So that does... does 11 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Dang.
I need you to have him make a DC Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Wow, that was a 20.
And he saves. He is safe from whatever looks to be this horrifying effect. Shay is then dropped to the ground, almost stuttering, and doesn't seem to be looking too well. Whatever that did is not good. And that will be the end of that round. It is now round 2. Begonnen, you can go ahead and roll for initiative.
Alright.
And then Mitch needs to roll.
11.
Alright. Alright, top of the round. It is now Mitch's and Arya's turn.
I strike again with my javelin.
The javelin was thrown at it. It's still stuck within its form, but it seems not to be too well bothered, but it does hurt. You would literally have to walk up to it and retrieve it yourself.
I could walk up and push it through.
Okay. Alright, so you walk up to this incorporeal form, and you take the javelin and you push it and jam it through, and it just slips out on the other side, dropping to the ground, in which you quickly pick up. I'm gonna say that does do damage, but I'm not gonna give it its fullest damage. It does hurt, so it's about 1 point.
It literally, the javelin literally pierced through.
It pierced through this form. It's a magical javelin.
Okay, I think that's gonna hurt. I think that's gonna freaking
It does hurt. I rolled for its damage. But you want to know what? Actually, roll a d4. I want to see how much it hurts. I'm not gonna roll that d4. Okay.
I rolled it. It's a 3.
Alright. Alright, you still... I'm gonna consider that as a bonus action. You still have an action left. And you do... And, your javelin is now within your possession again. But you are now up against this shadowy, incorporeal figure.
I pierce it again.
Alright, go ahead and roll. But add strength this time since you are not throwing it. And let me know how that goes.
19 total.
Alright, that does hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
One.
So as you pick up your javelin again, you consider this a good time to strike. Unfortunately, you slightly lose your footing, and you just ever so scratch what looks to be the arm of this being by giving it a quick jab with your javelin. For Mitch... hold on. For Mitch, he will now, he kind of just backs around into the forest, considering how the area is slightly crowded, and also because it doesn't look like he really knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I will consider these actions the actions that Carter would take. Okay, so next up is Alana and Begamnon.
Okay.
Alright.
Just so you guys know, I have a very different system of doing initiatives, so I don't have to worry too heavily on which one is which.
Alright. Alright. I guess it's the best time to take out the flame sword right now.
Dagger.
Dagger. The flame dagger.
You Firebane dagger.
Yes.
Alright, it is drawn.
Need to see if I can get close to it. So I'll move forward.
Which one? 2 or 1?
2.
Alright, so you take a couple of steps and you manage to get up to it quite quickly.
Yeah. Hoping I can slash it. I don't know if it has spirit damage. I was trying to go through the information that you sent me last time, so I was trying to make sure.
Alright. Just so you guys know, in this world, relatively, anything that is magical, like a magical item, has some bit of silver to it.
Okay.
So because silver has many magical properties, whether it be used for money or whether it be used to make sure that weapons withhold their magical properties, there is always silver applied to it.
That's what I thought. Alright. So I'm going to try to see if I can slash its arm.
Alright. Go ahead and roll strength.
Alright. Strength is 14, and then, let me see. Plus 3, 17.
Alright. It does hit.
And that is my first action.
So, what will be your second action is more of the better question.
Yeah. I'll try to see if I can hit it again.
Alright.
So at this, because it's the only, I guess, magical item I have right now, so I'm going to try to use it.
So, it's like I said, describe your action, and
Okay.
for each action that you take, you just roll for it to see if it hits, and then
Okay.
let me apply the visuals to it.
All right, I'm gonna go for the neck. So
All right.
just try to jab its neck.
All right. So the first one was 17. The second one is
14, 17 as well.
all right. Both hit. So as you run up, you pull out the flame bane dagger and you slash its arm. This thing takes immediate notice to you and gives out this and in a quick as you had just come down, you then stab towards its throat and it embeds itself in this rather incorporeal being, and you don't really hear like gurgling, but you hear like kind of sounds coming from this thing. Some very rather violent sounds. So what's the damage on that?
Damage is 4.
Total?
Well, isn't it D4?
It's a D4 plus 2 fire.
Okay, plus 2 fire, so 6.
And that's for both hits, right? Or is it just
Yes.
for one? Okay.
Yeah, they both came out the same.
Then it would be 8.
Okay.
All right. Begamnon, you're up.
All right. I rolled a 16, and I'm gonna actually move towards my nearest enemy.
That would be.
Where is that?
That would be number 2 right here. It's where these
All right.
the ladies are surrounding it.
All right.
So you come around. Yeah, you just had enough. And you're just gonna go ahead and attack it.
Yes. Let's see. Shit. Total of 8.
Is that with one of your sword? With just one sword?
That's one sword, but I thought since I already moved, I can't use my second attack.
No. Your attack actions are permanent.
Separate from my movement?
Yeah, they're separate
Okay.
from movement.
Oh, well then, the first attack most likely misses because it's an 8. The other one is a total of 20, not a nat.
Not a nat. Okay.
Not a nat.
They both miss as the swords try to slash this incorporeal being. Something I have to
shit.
keep calling it because I cannot tell you what it is. Unless you guys, I don't know, history check, arcane check. I don't care. You will have to spend an action doing it, but
I'll wait till my turn.
all right.
I'll wait till my turn.
All right. This other being on the far side will once again attack Shay. If I remember correctly. Which is once again a 14.
Hits again.
So it will. This time it's just going to attack with its claws.
Okay.
So it with these rather long, gangly, sharp-looking fingers, it takes 2 swipes at Shay, which I need to roll for the other one, which is 13. Alright, so 13 and 14, I did say that the AC was 13, so if it matches the AC, it does still beat it. So, and then damage is... Oh man, why are you stuck? Which does 9 points of necrotic damage to Shay.
My puppy's holding on there. I'm coming.
Next up is Zavin, in which he's going to go ahead and run around a little bit more over here. He's now between these trees. And he's going to try and throw one of his... He's going to try and throw the Ice Bane at its incorporeal form. In which does hit. That's 2d4 plus 2 ice damage. 3, 6. Does 8 points of ice damage. And that will be Zavin's turn. So he cannot do anything else. And we are now back at the top of the round. So Arya and Mitch, you are up. Or Arya, you are up, and Mitch will do something.
Did you say before that these things spoke Infernal?
The Will-O-Wisp did.
I think I'm going to spend this turn. I'm going to ask what this shadowy being is. I'm going to ask. I'll be diplomatic.
Okay, go ahead and you. Okay.
And I can do. I can roll for a history check or such. Yes.
Go ahead and roll for a history check. I'm gonna have to see how I respond. I didn't write too much into what this guy is. All right.
I have a 9.
From what you can tell from the legends, these rather dark and shady looking beings are called wraiths. They are not friendly. They usually only hunt during the nighttime, as they are not very fond of the daylight. And considering how it is now the darkest hour, they hunt usually together in groups, and they have abilities to suck out the life from their targets. And once again, they do not take kindly to anything at all. They are tortured and not so nice souls of the dead, and they had previous humanoid lives, but now are commanders of the dead. And the question that you had asked this wraith in Infernal: I am death. And that is all you got from that.
Jesus.
And that is all you got from that.
That
Well,
was
some-
Satan.
Some answer's better than no answer.
All right. So that is your turn. Mitch is going to move back in as he now gets a better grasp at what has happened. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So Mitch is now back into the game. He understands what's going on. This incorporeal form is going to take an attack on all three of you, Alana, Arya, and Gomnin, and he's going to swipe at all of you twice. So the first one is a 8. And this is up against all your guys' armor classes. Remember that.
Okay.
The first one is an
Alright.
8. And the second one is a nat 1.
Both miss.
It feels like whenever I do want to like be cool, I can't. I'm not allowed to.
Yeah.
This guy just screamed, "I am death," and he's just like, can't even hit you guys. So you all just I'm assuming that you Arya that didn't hit either. You all just take a step back from these rather violent swipes against you guys. Alana and Begamnon, you guys are up.
Okay. Well, seeing how my dog is in pain, I'm gonna try to rush to his side. Basically, leave the creature number 2 and head to number 1, because I'm not letting my dog die.
All right. You managed to just get to him in time.
All right. Mommy's here.
You do still have an attack action.
Okay. And then I'm gonna try to slash across the chest of this being that is hitting my precious pup.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll.
Okay. And nat 20.
That is a critical.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll damage plus your strength modifier, the attack damage is doubled, and then add your strength modifier.
All right.
So it's
2d.
It's 2d4.
2d4
plus 2 fire, and then add your modifier. Or no, 2d4 plus 2, then times that by 2, then add your modifier.
Okay.
Oh, man.
2d4. Yeah. 2d4 plus 2.
2 fire.
All right.
It's 2 fire slashing.
Okay. All right. So first one is 3. Second one is 3.
6, 8, and then 16. So that'll be 16, and then add your modifier.
Strength modifier is plus 3.
So 19 points of fire slashing damage.
Nice.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus. Nobody messes with my dog, okay?
Yeah. No
Nobody
fucking
messes.
joke.
My dog is my second child.
I mean, you lost the first one.
Oh, thanks a lot.
That is cold.
That is cold.
That is
Love you.
ice cold.
See if I invite you to the bridal shower.
Oh no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Hold on. Alana, I need you to make a dexterity check real quick.
Okay. All right. Dexterity is also D20.
Yep.
All right. 8.
From what you have barely noticed, the ice bane is still embedded in this incorporeal form from Zavin's first throw. You barely missed it. It would have been a rather cool explosion, but an explosion all the same.
Oh God.
You barely missed it. Like, the DC was 5.
Oh.
The only reason why the DC was 5 is because you have dark vision. If it was anybody else.
I know.
Anybody else without dark vision, that thing would have been a fucking 10, and we would have had some cool shit.
Explosion.
Yep.
Oh.
Alright, you still have one more action, if I remember correctly.
Alright. Alright, and let me see. And I guess for this one, I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on Shay.
Alright.
It says, you touch a creature and it can either end in a condition affecting it. So
it is not. There's nothing.
There's nothing.
Affecting Shay.
Okay.
Currently, whatever effect that the Wraith would have done onto Shay wouldn't be easily healed anyways because they have to have a long rest.
Yeah. Dang. All right. Trying to figure out.
Pretty sure one of you guys has a healing potion. You guys need to keep stock of that because I will consider it dropped if you guys do not.
Alright. And I think Yeah, actually, I do have one.
Oh.
It would be my last one, though.
All right.
So,
Is it a regular healing potion, or is it one of the greater?
it's a greater healing.
Okay.
Greater healing potion. So,
Check my notes real quick. Oh, fuck.
it's from our dear friend.
Oh, Arvello.
Yep, Arvella.
Oh, Velo. A greater is 4d4 plus 4 health. In which you take this moment to just pop the bottle open, and Shay sniffs. It smells good to Shay, and just he clamps down and just begins to chug it back himself. So go ahead and heal him up.
Alright.
You take care of that. Alright, so that first Wraith is now going to try and attack you, Alana.
Okay.
He's going to...
Oh, and Shay is completely restored.
Alright.
So, since he has half my health, he goes back up to 32. So.
His attack is a 15.
Okay. Well, that will hit. Just
Alright.
Minus 14, so just made it.
Alright. He grasps onto you now, and he's going to do what he had done to Shay, and he's going to try and draw out your life force. I just need to leave these out. I really should. So
As you're sucking it out, I'm thinking about like Hocus Pocus, how the Sanderson sisters kind of suck the life out.
Oh, I was thinking like Dementor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I just recently watched Hocus Pocus, so that's the first thing I thought of. I didn't think Harry Potter.
it does
never seen
18
that movie.
points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make I need you to make a con saving throw.
Okay. Alright. Con saving throw. And it is 16.
You just barely met that DC. All right. What seems to, as it had drawn out a lot of your life out, it seemed like something was almost trying to come out of you, but you managed to just pull it back in with the force of your will, and it just drops you immediately.
Okay. Nothing can stop a mother's determination. That's what someone sent me on private chat. That's awesome.
Zavin, considering the situation, he is 2, 3, 4, just barely able to make it, and he jumps up and he's going to grab the Ice Bane and he's going to drag it down, which he needs to, in which he does. And so he jumps up, grabs it, and with just his pure weight, just swings down and pulls on this now screeching wraith. Just kind of deal.
It's still not crossing my dagger, right?
Yours is still within hand.
Okay. In hand. Alright. Making sure.
And we are now back at the top of the round.
Actually, I think did I get
missed,
skipped her?
Yeah, you missed Bagomnin.
wait.
He was after me.
Wait,
Yeah.
I thought. Oh, then go ahead. Go ahead. I did. Speak up, my man. Speak up, my man.
Okay.
It's Bagomnin, then Zavin. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use an item that we got a while back, and that's the glowing orb.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. See what that does.
All right, I know I have the stats to do it, but I roll a d20, right?
You want to know what? Yeah, use a d20 and use your wisdom modifier. I want to see how this goes.
Wisdom. Not much on the extra wisdom, but hey.
You got the brawn, at least.
17.
That's gonna hit it.
Yes!
So,
Yes!
I never really thought of this being a tool being used against Wraith. It is a light-based element, which it is affected. So it does not, unfortunately, affect it by damage, but it is sensitive to light. So it now rolls disadvantage for the next turn.
Nice.
Good job, you fucking critical thinking, you guys. Good job. All right, and so we're back at the top of the round. From what you guys can hear from the background, you hear a very large and booming voice. Y'all get down! I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
Alright. 16.
Okay. Arya?
Did we lose him?
No.
Oh, okay.
My turn.
Make a dexterity saving throw. Add your saving throw modifier. It should be next to your dexterity.
Okay. Hey. Wow, that's still not enough. I had a saving throw of 6, and that still only gives me 11.
Alright. And out of the corner of this forest, this rather tall, shadowed figure, due to it being dark, those of you who have dark vision can see this rather 6'2", strapping-looking young man with a cowboy-like hat, well armored, and this rather strange-looking device. As he yells this, everyone manages to get out of the way, except for Arya, who barely, unfortunately, couldn't make it. Everyone gets behind trees, and with this rather large bang, this cracking sound, this booming sound, just a spray of what seems to be these pellets now just surrounding this entire wooded area, hitting these wraiths and completely hurting them unbelievably, terribly a lot. And considering their options, they flee into the forest this way, disappearing into the night.
So what you basically described was a claymore.
No.
In a way, just shooting pellets.
You'll guys know what it is soon enough. And as everything begins to calm down, you now effectively have ended this battle. You guys survived the wraith attack.
Yeah. Nearly lost my dog in the process.
Let me try and put everything away. So, as everything begins to calm down, the wraiths have escaped into the night. And as far as you know, you do not know where they went. And I'm assuming nobody is willing to go out and hunt them right now, as that would probably be the worst decision. So, how's everyone feeling right now? And as this rather strapping-looking young man is now walking up to you guys, trying to see who still might be alive.
Hello?
Hi there. Y'all okay? Y'all fine?
I'm doing alright.
Alright.
I'm alive.
Alright, well that's good. Y'all are lucky, considering how the other camp just sent us a message, and if I wasn't awake, nobody would have gotten it. The name's
Message?
Jacobs. I'm one of the captains over in Lightingord. Or Lightingord. Sorry. Don't mind my accent. I'm one of the captains, and I heard that there was a bit of a ruckus going on just a little over the hill. Anybody else? Anybody any other camps? Everybody all right?
I'm petting my mastiff. You alright, Shay?
It's a fine little doggy you got there.
Thank you.
Oh, we lost Tara.
Tara! Tara! Tara!
Where's Tara?
And as he says that, Zavin's all like, "Oh yeah, we're good, except for the two death things that were coming at us." Oh, them wraiths. Yeah, they're infamously known around here. Good to know. Good to fucking know.
So how often do these wraith attacks happen?
Quite randomly. I mean, sometimes they'll attack for a week straight. Sometimes they won't attack for like 3 months. It's really hard to figure out what they really are into. Anyways, I'm not too sure if my blunderbuss was able to get them all the way around. So I would suggest backing up whatever you got and start moving towards the town. Because I wouldn't want to stick around to see if they might come back. I hate to ask this again, but was there any other encampments? Maybe attacked? Maybe not okay?
Our tiefling bard looks a little not well right now. Are you all right, Arya?
I think so.
Ooh. Something about you? You got some on your head? Oh wait, you said tiefling, right? Oh.
Yes, I'm a
Oh.
tiefling.
Oh, you're just like our captain. He was real fucking awesome.
I say, you don't have a problem with tieflings.
Oh no.
A positive reaction. Oh, thank God! I can't tell you how many towns I've been run out of.
Yeah, it's really hard to see for me. I'm human, generally speaking.
Generally speaking.
Generally
So
speaking.
you're
Great, a human.
Hmm.
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Be nice.
Oh, that's fine. Anyways, like I said, y'all should pack up and head over to Lightingord or Lightingord. I've been yelled at so many times. Lightingord. Anyways, I need to be able to reload this thing, so I need to check a little bit more down the road, and then I'll hopefully be back in time for the rest of y'all. Sun should be coming up, so we wouldn't be too worried about any more attacks, but like I said, I wouldn't want to stick around anytime soon. And
Thank you for the help.
no problem.
Thank you.
All right, just remember, tell the commander, Jacobs was the one on scene. And as he says that, he begins to walk past the trees, go back down the road, and as you can hear, there's a lot of clanging into what looks to be his gun. He seems to be shoving it with something that seemed to be able to disperse the wraiths. It seems like he may have shot silver-lined objects, which managed to chase them away, but as far as you guys know, it seems safe for right now.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna check on my friend Arya and see how well she's doing. How's your head doing, girl?
I'm not gonna lie, it hurts, but I think I'll be all right.
Wait, let me see. I may have something for that.
As far as Zavin and Mitch go, they both are just grabbing their tents and everything and just taking everything down. They are pretty much wanting to get out of here.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I am not sticking around. I'm not sticking around to face whatever that was. Ditto.
That is.
You've dealt with worse. Now you're gonna say.
Not death thing, though.
Fair enough. Alright, I suppose we should get ready to leave. I mean, the sun is about to rise soon.
In a few minutes, the sun is going to rise.
Alright, I'm starting to pack up. I suggest
Me
you guys do that too.
I start packing up.
Same.
Alright, so you guys all quickly begin to pack away your things. You, of course, Begomnin, just shove everything into the bag of holding.
Yep.
That everything.
Who needs organization?
Well,
You will eventually.
technically, the way the bag of holding works is that whatever object is in it, you think it, and all you do is grab, and it just comes out.
Sandwich.
There is currently no sandwich in your bag of holding. I know that. Or technically, I think because of rations, but I don't know if whatever would be.
What would you consider rations?
I would consider things that are like dried meat, like things that you can travel with for a long period of time without it
So
spoiling.
jerky.
Like jerky,
Dried fruits.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. Alright, and I have I can't say I have a steak for my dog, but I'll have some treats for him at least.
Fair enough. So
Don't worry, boy, I'll get you that steak later.
So you guys managed to pack up everything, and as you see that the group far ahead also have packed up and have begun quickly making their way towards Lightingord. Being said, you guys also quickly begin to make your way there, hopefully to avoid whatever else that might have come across as dangerous. And as you guys begin to come over what looks to be a hill, you see this small town in which plenty of forest and trees coming from behind what looks to be these rather large stone gates, these stone walls and iron gates. As you get closer down, you begin to notice that along the stone walls are these large, thick metal scrollings. And as you get closer, it looks like they have very mystic writing against them. Also along, as you get towards these large metal gates, also have these mystic writings and arcane, what seems to be arcane writing, in general, and they seem to be made of silver. So, as far as you guys would probably know, this town may have had many attacks of wraiths, as they have yet to still kill the ones that are out there currently. And that's as much as you guys can gather. You enter this town, and it looks to just be a regular small town, small tavern, inns, what looks to be an official office, and a trail that leads up to White Dragon Summit. Currently being guarded by several highly official looking guards. From that point, also on top of that, the sun is rising.
Yay, beautiful sunset after a crappy night.
And as you guys begin to just settle into the town, there's a town square, where there are plenty of benches. The stonework is cobble, and the streets are made of cobble. It just looks like a very, not too extravagant, but a rather well-built town, which defends against the wraith attacks, and seems to be the town in which enters White Dragon Summit. So, from that point, what do you guys want to do?
I want to eat. It's early in the morning.
Me too.
Mhm.
There is the tavern, in which it is currently open. You guys can smell the smell of fresh bread, and some rather other usual morning stuff. You also hear the clucking of chickens and loud chopping sounds in the back. Currently wood fires probably being made, as it is still a cool morning, considering the fact that it's right next to a fucking snow-capped mountain currently. Alright, so you guys go ahead and enter the tavern. And within the tavern, you see what looks to just be usual people, probably the same travelers from the other camp. And the barkeeper who is now serving these travelers. Oh, come, sit down. I'll go ahead, take some seats, and I'll get to you guys quite soon.
All right, thank you. I just want to sit away from everyone.
There is a corner seat in which looks to be just away from the other group, way far on the other side of the tavern. As you take your seat, he finishes up with the other group, and he comes over. Alright, so what can I get you guys?
Food. I'll just have the biggest plate of food you've got.
We'll take some ale.
This early in the morning?
Yes.
I thought I had a problem.
I'll take one of everything you got.
You know what? Make that 2 ales.
He looks at all of you. Alright, coming right up. And this man just goes into the back. You can hear the rustling of plates and steins and whatnot. And he comes out with what is simply just pancakes, bacon, eggs, hash browns, some steins, and he seems to. And this is a rather large man, if I didn't get describe him enough. He's a rather large, well-bellied man, bit of a beard, some light brown hair, and he looks like your average bartender, looking commoner, and he's able to grab about a fistful of steins, and he just, with the plates on one arm, some bouncing on his other, and the steins in his hand, he manages to place it across, and just places the plates down and all that. All right, I'll bring you all your check. And he goes back behind the bar, and he starts writing on the paper. And the subtotal for all, are you guys paying together, or is one person paying for it all? Which you all looked at Zavin immediately.
Of course.
No.
I knew that wouldn't last long.
I've been paying for almost everything. Seriously.
Fine. It's my turn to pay anyway. I've got everyone.
All right. The bartender comes back and he puts down the check. The check comes out to roughly 50 gold.
All right.
And he just returns behind the bar and just begins cleaning up things, so on and so forth, preparing for the rest of the day.
Alright, I'm assuming we've all finished eating our breakfast, and at this point...
In about over an hour, the sun now fully rised, you guys have acquired and eaten all of your food. You're well-fed, well-bellied, and just fine.
Alright. I'm a vegetarian, so I gave my dog my bacon.
Fair enough. Shay well appreciates it. This is considered a long rest, so well, I guess it would have been a long rest anyways over the night. I mean, you guys had plenty of rest, so whatever effects have ailed you are gone.
Okay.
So you guys should be good.
Okay. All right. Before we head out, do we want to stay in town? Do we want to think of a course of action to do? Do we want to just stay here for the night?
Let's go exploring a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys begin to make this decision, Jacobs, who had helped earlier, comes in. Oh, see, y'all are doing just fine. Hey, bartender, give me breakfast. You know the usual. Like, yeah, fuck you. It's like, man, I don't know why everyone's so mean to me lately. And he tips his hat to you guys, and he goes to sit at the bar.
Alright, do we want to acknowledge Jacobs?
Might as well. He might know some info we might need later on.
Now you have the accent too?
Oh,
jeez.
Oh God! Don't look at me. I'm ashamed of myself for even doing that.
I live in Texas. I don't even have that accent.
A southern twang. And it's funny because you guys are up north.
I'm the only one who's down south from all of you guys.
No, I mean of Aurario.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no. You are currently.
Emerald
You are
like
directly north of Aurario right now.
Yeah. Nice. Go home.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
All right. We might as well engage with Jacobs.
All right.
yeah.
Which one of you guys want to engage?
I will engage.
All right. So
Alright.
you just walk up to Jacob's? Oh, well, hello there, lass. How you doing?
Doing pretty well. I want to thank you for helping my team out.
Oh, no problem
Greatly
at all.
appreciate it. Yeah. So, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, this right here is the gated town of, I'm trying to pronounce it correctly, Lightingord. And we're pretty much the entrance to White Dragon Summit, in which they're currently still dealing with whatever's up there. Apparently, one of the people who were on the campaign going up there came back down, not looking too well. She should be fine by now, but she's over in the main office, probably talking to the commander. But apparently, so far, the road up to White Dragon Summit is still closed off.
Is there an estimated time it might be back open, or?
I mean, if I were to really think about it, and I wouldn't be the one to do it, because, you know, they practically need my hair. But considering that lass was probably one of the people who were in command of the campaign, probably your best bet would be to talk to her, because she will probably be the only one that will be able to go back up through there. That's about it. And they're still going to keep it closed until whatever's up there is gone.
Alright. Okay. Well, that's good to know about the town. What about shops? Are there any magic shops or any places of interest here?
Well, I know that there's the winter wear, which usually is right next to the entrance to the summit, in which you can just buy a lot of the usual equipments, usual amenities, also where you can actually buy actual winter wear, because you don't want to get frostbite on your way up there. I know there's the majory, the one that runs that is a real looker. I also know that there's the stable girl who helps with the mountain horses on the way up there, because you're probably gonna need one. And I also know there's Herfa. He actually helped me build my gun, and he's the blacksmith here in this town.
Alright. You said something about majory earlier.
Magic shop, majory.
Okay. Alright. Can you tell me anything about the items in there that you know of?
I don't go into the majory. I'm not well acquainted with magic.
Alright. This is gonna seem odd. What about clothing shops, other than the winter wear?
I mean, I know Herfa makes armor, and I also know, well, winterwear does have quite a few to acquire, but maybe the majory might have something interesting, who knows? Might check it out.
Alright. Well, thank you very much.
No problem
Jacobs.
at all, lass.
Alright. And I make my way back to my group.
Alright. Oop, not the one. Not the one that I was thinking of. Alright, now it is it's now mid-morning, so what do you guys want to do?
Alright, well, I've already told at this point I've already told them everything that he said
Alright.
about the magic shop. So, what do you guys want to do? Where should we go first? I say probably Winterwood if we want to get new stuff.
Let's go for it.
Probably.
Probably.
All right. Zavin and Mitch, of course, have nothing to really argue. They're not really present right now. They seem to be off in their own mind currently. And so they just, so you guys just go ahead and band together. You exit the tavern, and what you can see across the town square is this sign, which is the winter wear, which looks to be a parka kind of design to the sign, and that is your instance to notice that this is where it is.
Alright.
So you guys travel through. You go ahead and enter, and of course you are.
Switch it out.
Yeah.
You are meted with this half-elven woman, or a half-elven man. Long blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, and he's just simply setting up the shop. Currently going through his stocks and writing down numbers and papers and all that. Immediately, Zavin notices something in the back of the shop. What looks to be a moon and a sun and a slit down the center, and he immediately darts backs there.
Alright, that was odd. Alright. You see this. Alright, hello.
Oh, hello. And how may I help you?
Is he eyeing me? I can't tell. We're looking for gear to go up the summit.
Ah, yes. As he begins to point what looks to be several parkas and many winter-like robing, just lined with fur, and the inner lining looks very, very thick. It looks like it's gonna keep you warm if you're going to a place that's cold. Yes, and each suit is about, I believe, 45 gold each.
I'm looking at all of them. You guys are paying for your own stuff. I already paid for food.
Well, I have plenty of gold.
As do I.
And Mitch, with a single finger in the air, let me check. I'm gonna say he does have enough, but I am gonna have to trust my gut on that is all he's got.
Oh. Okay.
I'll take just one. And he just nods his head. He looks at him, and he seems like there's a color coordination for him, so he just simply picks out the best color that suits Mitch, which I honestly don't know.
And I'll be trying on the parkas in the back. Just trying to make sure.
There are several fitting rooms.
Alright. Arya! I told you we're going shopping.
Yay, girl time!
And he then immediately looks at Begomnin. I may have to tailor yours.
How much?
65.
Deal.
I'm amazed that you guys haven't tried persuading yet. I'm just like,
I know.
I've been sitting here like, you guys have been doing...
I know, like,
you guys have been
haggle!
Yeah, like, I'm sitting here like, usually these guys haggle. Why aren't they haggling? So, what he brings you, Begomnin, into the back room, and what looks to be several mirrors, and he pulls out this long tape, measuring tape, in which he begins to size you, of course getting every proper nook and cranny just for you in order to be sure that you don't freeze to death, because you are Dragonborn. You are technically cold-blooded.
Yeah. Oh, also have to check on my companion, just to make sure that there's enough gear for him. I know he's got fur, but I don't know if that's enough. It is the mountains. So.
Do an animal handling check.
All right.
Because this would be, if you are assuming knowledge, then you would probably want to say if it's a yes or a no, and I can assure you which one is right.
Yeah. So, let's see, that's a D20 as well.
Yes.
It's wisdom. Okay. Yeah, 12, and then it says my animal handling is 6, so 18.
Okay, so as far as you know, a mastiff fur is still relatively thin, and so he would probably need some proper heating wear before he goes up through White Dragon Summit.
All right, then I will pay as well for my. How much for my mastiff here?
I'm gonna have to fit him too. These are not usually things that I do. Since he's so small, 30 gold.
30. 25.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion. 17. 17 total.
Fine. I have no arguments.
Right.
Since you're all buying your own anyways, might as well give you a discount. And so, so he also leads Shay to the back, and Shay's all like, "But Mom!"
I know.
He's like Shay to me. Shay to me, I think, is a child in every sense of the word.
Oh, he is. He is basically a child for me.
All right. With his rather very quick hands, he manages to finish Shay first, but he still needs a little bit more time with Begamnin.
Okay. I would have waited. Yeah, because I have a girl time to spend with Arya.
It looks like Mitch has
Yes.
had already done his fitting, and he looks well dressed. But he immediately notices that it covers up his very pretty hair, and so he just takes the top off. Your guys is fitted properly. Arya, you notice that you got a parka with specific holes for your hood, so then your horns can fit through properly. Seems like it seems like a lot of shops do acknowledge that there are tieflings, and so most half-elves are considered to be very diplomatic themselves and tend not to judge, as they simply believe like what is business needs to stay as business, and personal feelings are always aside. And that's usually for most shop owners that you've found so far.
Well, they're throwing me a bone at least.
From what you guys also begin to notice is there's a lot of pitter-pattering below the shop, and you begin to hear the pitter-patter now coming up towards the shop through the door in which had the sun and moon and a slit down its center. Zavin stands to all of you. Well, I will have to see you all later.
Wait, what?
The Eclipse
Where are you going?
The Eclipse Eye is currently dealing with a lot of issues, and it kind of needs all hands on deck. And so, as a member, I have to leave.
This is an absolute.
Oh.
It is absolute from the tippity top.
Oh.
I mean, I'll see you guys again. I mean, we're all in Arario. I'll see you guys again. I'll come back. It's just that I have to deal with this first.
Oh.
Jeez.
I guess you have to do what you have to do. This was just unexpected.
Indeed.
I know, but like I said, I'll get to see you guys again. Not now, but maybe later on the line.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, I'll miss you, Zavin.
Savin saying
I'll miss
goodbye.
you too.
Yeah, he is.
Zavin's leaving.
My unknown friend.
Alright,
So,
I'm gonna toss him a bone and give him a hug. If he grabs my ass, I'm slapping his face. Just saying.
as you you come down to a knee, you both bring it in for a nice good old hug. His hands remain well above the waist, very well above the waist, as he has learned very, very quickly with you. Like, okay, now we're hugging. We are most certainly hugging right now. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I give him a hug too.
And Arya then also gets down on her knee and begins to also hug this now gnome who is also surrounded by the half-elven woman. Oh, and also another hug. Okay, that's nice. Thank you very much for that. And Shay begins to walk over and begins now rubbing his head. And that one too. Yep.
Come
Mitch-
here.
Oh god.
Come here.
Begonian, this large dragonborn, also gets on his knees and manages to wrap his arms around everybody. And that one too. Good job. Yep.
Don't break his bones, Begomnin.
No, he's around all of you. And
Ah!
as Begomnin releases and you guys also release, Mitch just extends his hand out to him. And it's like, well, as far as I've known you, you've been cool. And just gives him a nice firm handshake. Well, you guys, I will hopefully see you all again in the future.
Alright.
As he says that, he then re-enters the room in which you hear a large lock into it, and Zavin has left the group.
I miss him.
Yeah, me too.
Man.
So, that being said, you guys have already paid for your winter equipment. If there's any other normal equipment that you want to buy, I mean, there is the, like if you guys remember the stuff that you guys can buy when you guys created your characters, it's in the player's handbook. All that stuff is available at this shop.
Okay. Alright, yeah. We'll have to go to the... Oh, I want to go check on, Oh, damn! I forgot to ask about the sword.
Dagger.
The dagger. Yeah, I forgot to ask about the dagger.
Sorry. Icebane Dagger is now long gone.
Yep, it's now gone with his. Oh, it's good. Just in case we ever see him again. Well, at least we have no problems of them clashing anytime soon.
Yep. Alright, so what do you guys want to go ahead and do now?
I want to go to the blacksmith to go check on, to go see about my, My Firebane dagger. Just try to see if it's been damaged or anything.
Okay. I just looked over at the chat. I'm all like, buy Shay a hat.
They were already asking for puppy boots, and I'm like, I just want him to have regular gear. I don't want to make him look adorable. He's supposed to be menacing.
The thing about the winter gear is that it all is suited to be under your armor, so it's simply, there's just now plenty of fur everywhere, and also inside is very warm. I wouldn't wear it down here for as long as you guys are right now, and wait until you actually get up to a colder range.
Alright. Since my pack doesn't hold much, I'm actually going to put Shay's gear in the bag of holding. If you don't mind, Bagamnin.
Very well.
So for, do keep in mind, it's available. I mean, let me ask you. Let me ask you this, Yomi. Would the bag of holding, if you are within the group, be always available to everyone, just to be able to throw in and take out?
Yeah.
Then just say it. I'm putting it in the bag of holding, and so it will be.
Okay.
I'm putting it in the bag of holding, and so it will be.
Or well, DM says.
Oh.
DM says it will be in the bag of holding, and so it will be. As you guys begin to put whatever gear that you cannot put in your bags into the bag of holding. That being said, right now it is 7:52, and so would be a good time to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Everybody use the bathroom, grab what drinks that you need, and whatever snacks that you wish to eat, and then we will be back in about 8-7 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and roll the character intros again. So that being said, as you guys remember, mic's off, and do what you need to. Alright, and then we will be right back in a couple of minutes. Be back at 8, you guys.
My name is Alana Marathari, and this is my story. To say that misfortune follows me at every turn would be a sad, but true beginning. My mother was beaten, tortured, and left for dead, but carrying me unknowingly. Going to one of the many elven clans, there I was born healthy and lived among her elven brethren. After finding love and starting my family with a wonderful man named Fenrir, we had a daughter, Alicia. Little did I know that misfortune would come my way once more. While going out on a food gathering with my mastiff Shay, our clan was attacked by humans. Fenrir died trying to protect my daughter, who later I learned was kidnapped. As I saw my beloved die in front of my eyes, I vowed to do whatever it took to find and bring back Alicia to the clan and to always be by her side. I've spoken out of turn many times to my clan, and it's brought me more than my fair share of trouble, but they know I'm right. I will also admit that I do love to partake of fine wines and ales a little more than the average woman, but that's only to mask the pain. I often hide behind jokes and sarcasm. You know, it's easier to laugh at my own pain than deal with it. When it comes to fighting, I believe that I've proven my worth more times than can be counted. My clan is definite proof of that. I have used my femininity at times to get men to give me information, but never letting them get too close to ever touch my heart again. Until I find Alicia, I will not rest. My goal is to find her and save her from the monsters who took her from me. She is my reason for living, and she is the reason why I fight.
My name is Mitch, or as I have been known previously, Rocky Duck number 9, a monk from the North Country. I journeyed to the land of harsh cold after my adopted family started harshing my mellow. Here I came across the monastery home to the monk clan, the Rocky Duck, named for the particularly cute waterfowl native to the region. The Rocky Duck value cuteness to a very high degree. I was accepted into the group after a ritual and was given the number 9 as my identification, because I didn't want the number 37, and the original number 9 had just passed away before I got there, so I figured... Anyway, I trained with them for several years until I realized I could be much cuter if I let my hair grow long. Yes, that is the only reason I left. Please do not inquire further. I now aspire to practice the arts and traditions that were handed down to me, but in my own way, and maybe become an entertainer on the side. I also hope to find a rich girlfriend. Either one works. Though these things may be difficult, as I am not a stellar conversationalist. Hopefully my cute hair will help improve my chances with these endeavors.
I am Arya Hope, rejected by society for being a tiefling, though raised by only a human mother. I found enjoyment in music. My mother first taught me the lute when I was a child, and I found myself skilled in nearly any instrument I encountered. I truly felt the magical properties of music, so I decided to become a bard. And I left my mother at the age of 13. This drew attention to me, mostly responses of disgust. Early on as a bard, I would work run-down pubs, and I would be nearly booed off the stage before I could even perform. A kindly half-elf took pity on me, and she gifted me a brass ring that I've worn ever since. From that day, I was hell-bent that I would not be brought down, and I continued to perform. The half-elf, who introduced herself as Florinda Aldith, became a regular in my audience. She went on to introduce me to a mysterious promoter known simply as the Shadow Agent. I've never seen his face. I know only his deep, raspy voice. He's regularly flaunted his connections and has proved an invaluable resource to me. Time and determination was to my advantage, as my skill eventually earned respect, and I've come to a point of moderate success. I will never let go of my dream, which is to one day perform for the royal court. The brass ring given to me by Florinda will never tarnish, and it reminds me that I will not tarnish either.
I, Bagamnan of Roth, born in the heart of Dracovania, conceived by Durgrax, a general in the Dracovanian army, and Belnies, a teacher. I grew up enjoying some of the more finer things in life. A good home, plenty of food, and most of all, an exuberant amount of treasure. Until the age of 5, my father had taught me all he could about combat. So he sent me out to Grandmaster Zorbroth to complete my training. He said I had latent potential that he wanted to unlock. So, as the years went on, I trained with the Grandmaster, learning techniques I wouldn't think would be so amazing. I returned home after a few short years with my newfound experience of the world. I then became a member of the army, fighting alongside my father. Whenever we fought, I felt such a rush, almost as much as the rush I got with gold and treasure. Although we had our wealth, I found it to be rather plain. There's only so much Dragonborn treasure you can look at before it gets stale. So, I left home once again on a journey to find other treasures of the world, other than Dragonborn. My mother supportive. My father, on the other hand, while not the happiest, still supported my decision. Now on my own, I crossed the land searching for a good fight, and also the riches and treasures this world has to offer.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Evan Gilthorne, and this is my story. I grew up in this sleepy little gnome village up north called Aspelwood. Pretty uneventful, till one day, the sadistic pissant called Archduke Harklight came strolling in, claiming he owned our forest, and unless we had a few mountains of gold lying around to buy it back, he'd burn it to cinders in less than a month. Now, I was pretty young at the time, and, if I'm being completely honest, more naive than was probably healthy. So I actually believed that if I went to the big city and got me an honest job, I'd be able to save our forest in nothing flat. Sadly, forest life did not properly convey to me the value of money, and that hope was wrung out of me pretty damn quick. Luckily for me, one day a treasure caravan happened to crash in front of the shop I was working at, and I was able to make off with an extremely valuable sword. Old Hawklight seemed satisfied with it, but apparently not enough to keep him from blabbing my location to my unwitting benefactors. I probably would have been killed right then and there had members of the Eclipse Eye not swooped in to save my ass. They told me they'd been the ones who caused the caravan crash in an attempt to steal the very sword I'd given Hawklight. They were actually pretty impressed that some kid with no training was able to beat them to the punch, and so they offered me a choice. Spend the rest of my life running, or join the Eclipse Eye and never feel powerless again. I may be paraphrasing, but it was quite the sales pitch, I assure you. So I joined up, and I've been with 'em ever since. One day, slowly but surely, I'm gonna whittle away that golden pedestal that makes Harkrite think he can toy with the likes of us. But until then, my name is Zevin Gilthorn, and I am a thief.
Alright, everybody, welcome back, players. Turn back your mics on. Turn your mics back on. Fucking the mystery of my speech impediments. So, where you guys left off, you have left the Winter's Wardrobe, or the
Winter wear.
The winter wear. I am now beginning to. I actually need to take medicine because I'm starting to feel burn. You guys have left winter wares. I know that you were on your way to the Majory, so let's go ahead and start off from there.
All right. So we walking through the doors.
All right. You enter in what seems to be a rather elegant-looking shop with just what seemingly is this very small elven woman is currently just sitting there. She welcomes you with a slight wave. Hello, how may I help you today?
Right. And what does the Majory specialize in? I was trying to figure that out earlier.
The Majory specializes in spell books, magical items, mostly potions and other useful objects that you might that might be harder to acquire rather than just having to go to a shop. Where a general store would carry maybe a few potions here and there, but a Majory does handle a lot of things like alchemy, spell books, grimoires. They handle magical items, potions, and various useful objects that is concerned with magic. With the magical persuasion.
Okay. Do you have any potions of greater healing or healing?
Well, let me check my stock. And so she begins to go through her books. She's going through the pages. We do have 4 greater healing potions. I see correctly. We also have 4 regular potions.
How much is it for both regular and for greater healing? A piece. I can.
Regular healing potions are 50 gold apiece, but greater healing potions cost 300 gold apiece.
Calm down, Shay.
300?
300.
Huh. Let me see. Will you take 250 for one of greater healing?
Make a persuasion check.
All right. 15.
$250. 260 if you buy something else.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna browse the wares.
All right. Since she obviously knows much more. Well, what we have right now that is currently already prepared, We have a Bigsby's Grimoire, a couple of potions of Bear's Endurance, a couple of Dark Vision potions, many ice-resistant potions, which are very popular here, a book of the Power of Flight, a book of Polymorphy, and then there's just the potions.
Alright. I have to think of what I'm going to get. I mean, the Dark Vision one would seem great for... It would only last maybe one night, though.
The Dark Vision potion lasts... Need to double check because I have several different versions of it.
Oh.
The Dark Vision potions that she does have, I can't say.
Oh.
This is just the knowledge for DMs, unfortunately.
Ah, dang. Alright, well, what about the ice? Ice? I missed that one.
Make an arcane check, actually.
Arcane?
You ask about it, so you pull it. She pulls it out. You check the vial. From what you can see, make an arcane check.
Yeah.
Wait.
I have +3 Arcana, so.
Is there a alchemy check? If I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember.
There's no alchemy check.
Then it would be arcane.
Okay. Alright.
Full strength.
18 +3, so 21.
It is, the ice resistant is of greater.
Okay.
So, since it's elemental resistance, since it's greater, it lasts for 24 hours and a +4 con resistance check. And it does apply to an element. So if you get stuck up there and a tundra comes rolling through, I'm gonna ask you make a con saving check against ice.
Okay.
And so with that, it would be +4.
Okay. Alright. Well, then I guess I'll have to go with the greater ice resistance potion.
Those are... Let me check. Those are about 250 apiece. Who's messaging?
Alright. Let's see. I need to see how much gold I have total. I have... Ooh. 650. Wow. So I need to see...
650?
Oh, the one that I keep in one pack, in my little pouch.
Oh.
I put the rest in my bag.
Okay, I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
You guys
No.
had some
I'm not
money.
even quite sure how much
I
gold
have money. I don't always spend my money. I don't always put it in one bag. What happens if I get robbed?
Fair enough. That is something to note.
We half-elves are crafty. We
I would
learn as a
recognize that.
clan. So yeah. I'm gonna say I have 650 left in my pouch, so I'm gonna try to see about getting the greater. Alright. 1 potion of greater healing and 1 for ice resistance, and I'll give you 500 gold.
Alright. 500 gold. Alright. Fair enough. 500 gold. So go ahead and deduct that. She then places these 2 vials. One is actually more of a bulbous and more bottle-like, while the other one is this what's in this bulbous is this red with some gold sheen that does seem to float around within it, and the ice-resistant vial inside it is this bluish and what looks to be kind of frosty resistance kind of deal, as it seems to be slightly warm inside, and you take that as it being the effect of the potion.
Okay.
Anybody else? How about your friends? Are they looking to buy some wares?
I could use some healing items myself.
Well, we have...
Me as well.
Alright, we do have healing potions and potions of greater healing, considering that your friend has already bought one of them.
How many more do you have left?
3.
3 of each?
I have 4 regular healing potions and 3 greater healing potions.
I'll take 1 greater healing potion and 2 regular potions.
Alright. I have to keep checking the prices because Alright.
Said 2.
Two regular potions?
Yes.
That will be 400 gold.
Do I get a discount for buying in bulk?
No. Unless you end up buying all of them.
Alright, well I guess I can buy all of them and give some away to my friends, because they're probably going to need it too.
I wonder how you took that. I'm sitting here wondering how you took that, because she's like...
Yeah,
can you
I'm like...
even afford this? And then I instantly...
I know you flash your money around, Begobnin.
Flashing? No, I don't do any of those. That is lewd. I do not do such things.
It's a figure of speech.
It's 1,200 gold.
Well, I'll just take what I initially wanted to buy.
So, it's 300.
That'll be two healing potions and 1 greater healing potion.
400 gold.
But you just said 300 gold.
300 gold for a greater healing potion, and then it's 50 gold for the regular healing potions, and considering that you bought 2, that is 100. 400 gold.
But you gave my friend a deal.
She is
I think maybe you would... But I mean, I could possibly be...
Begomnin.
Make a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Or you could have asked me, to try to help you.
You would, and it doesn't matter, like, either of you would have ended up having to make a persuasion roll anyways. You can help him if you want to. Assist in the roll.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll assist.
All right.
Persuasion check, you said?
Yeah, it's persuasion.
I got a total of 14.
Alright.
And I've got a total 16. Kebab Bobson, I know you're trying to petition for Shay to get a hat. I know this.
350 gold, if you find it that necessary.
But I mean, hey, I'll take the deal.
All right, go ahead and
You
mark
you
off.
can't.
Go ahead and mark off, and make sure you put down 1 greater healing and 2 regular healing potions. And what about you, lass? She looks to Arya, seeing as how she had spoken up earlier.
I will take 2 greater healing potions.
600 gold.
Okay.
No haggling.
Yeah, I already used it up.
Absolutely no
So-
haggling.
I
You can still
barely
haggle.
spend any of my money. Okay, fine.
You can still haggle.
You know, isn't there any deal for buying 2? Really?
I mean, if you
It-
probably bought another item separate, I think about it.
Fine. A regular healing potion as well.
All right. 650. That is 650 gold.
No. I won't spend that much. You're ripping us off here.
Out of game, greater healing potions, like, if sold, like, in a shop, run for somewhere near 400 gold.
Take
And
the deal.
regular potions
Fine.
run for about 100. This is a majory. This stuff comes at a discount anyways.
Yeah.
Fine.
Alright, so, go ahead and mark off 650 of your gold pieces, and you have acquired a health potion and 2 greater healing potions.
Okay.
Alana, did you end up buying one of the regular healing potions? 'Cause
No, I just got the greater healing and the greater ice resistance
Oh, okay.
dial. So, you said earlier that you had a grimoire. What type of grimoire is it?
Oh, Big B's Grimoire. It teaches you Big B's hands. Grimoires are magical books. They're more than just spell books. Basically, you read it, and the spell seems to embed itself into your mind. So, I would say Big B's hand is a good spell, if one were to really know it.
Alright. I have a curiosity for arcane stuff, so. How much is the grimoire worth?
The grimoire, in general, would be worth, I would say, 750 gold, but the shop owner has decided to sell it for 500 gold.
Okay. As much as I would love to spend more, I think I've hit my limit.
I mean, we also have other books, but if that's all that interests you.
No, I think I'm good for now.
Alright. Anybody else? She looks back towards Mitch and he's like, I ain't got the money. Fuck if he has the money. Like, he spent all his money on just getting the winter wear.
Yeah.
Mitch, you're human and weak. If you need help, you can borrow one of my potions. Just don't get yourself hurt.
Cost him whatever potion you think would be best for him.
I give him one of my greater healing potions because he's
Alright.
just that human and weak.
He's a skilled fighter. His
He's a monk. He's skilled in meditating.
You should really read the monk class then.
Yeah.
He's a skilled monk. I'm not lying. And so you just toss it to him. It's like, thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to repay you.
Yes, don't worry about it.
And he just ends up putting the bottle into his bag. Well, if that is all for all of you, I'm pretty sure that there are quite a few others that might want my services. As you guys look behind yourselves, there's about a line of about 4 people waiting to be served.
I think we're good for now. We may come back later.
Should you? I be here. And she waves you all goodbye as you exit the majory. So what do you guys want to do?
Alright, like I said, I'm gonna hit up all the shops, make sure that my gear is up to code, basically.
Alright. If you remember...
There's Hertha the blacksmith, right?
Yep, Hertha the blacksmith.
Alright. I would like to check on my Firebane dagger just to make sure that it is still functional and that hasn't had any damage, major damage.
Alright. As you guys exit out, you could kind of see where there's a large billowing black smoke coming from a chimney. You also hear some slight hammer sounds going at it. So you just go towards this general area. What now looks to be a hammer and tongs signs crossed like this. You still hear hammers going away. And you enter, and you hear a slight bell ring. Be with you in a minute! And you guys just stand there. And as you guys can look behind, it is now this short dwarven man still working away at what looks to be a weapon that he is forging. He manages to finally put it down, and he starts walking towards the front of the shop. Alright, what can I do for the lot here?
Do any of you guys want to go first before I do?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Wow. Seems like it's just a full shopping day for me. All right.
I'll see what you get first before we buy anything.
Okay. I have this enchanted weapon. It is the Firebane dagger, and I would like to make sure that it is still completely functional, that there are no nicks, no cracks. I would like to make sure that everything is up to a high standard, as well as my 2 daggers that are in my pocket.
Alright.
So,
you present these 3 daggers before him. I mean, the regular daggers look fine, but I'm not an appraiser of magical items. I mean, it looks fine on the surface, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anything else. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried. Magical items are usually very strong, so I say you're fine.
Alright. Are there any items that you have for sale?
Well, usually I do a lot of regular weapons just to play some silver, seeing as how we're wraith hunting town.
Let me see your wares. Just because I'm gonna be curious about it.
He opens up the side, and you and the rest of you and the group decide to come to the back. What is now lined on this gigantic wall is hanging swords and several other weapons. Pretty much what you can see is everything that you would see in the player's handbook, but as he had said, all of them have silver applied to them.
Okay. Alright, I'm trying to see the player's handbook right now just to see what would be in there. Physical book. So. Alright.
Let's see.
I need to go through the appendix just to see. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. You guys can go through while I'm still going through the book.
That's what I'm actually going through right now.
So just think of like all the weapons that you do have already. It's just silver plus 1.
Okay. How much for a new pair of swords?
No, I had to check the player's handbook.
Where exactly would it be to check? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's after the character classes. I know that much.
Okay.
It's like, I think it's a page 140 if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Weapons 146.
I was close. I was really close.
Weapons. Let me see.
So, considering that anything that is applied by silver for blacksmithing is just base is where in the world did it go?
Oh, yeah, I would have to see about getting a replacement, at least 2 replacement arrows, because of the one I lost in the forest while we were getting attacked.
That is adventure gear. All right. What amount did you start off with? I can't remember.
20.
20, and you lost 2 out of. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
One of them was one of them was completely broken in Palderberg. So.
Okay. Let's see. So, okay, so anything that you would see, anything of the cost, if it's silvered plus 1, it's plus 20 gold.
Okay. Alright. And I can go over more than what I originally had, right?
Oh, wait, what?
I can have more than just the standard 20? Or is it not recommended?
A quiver can only hold 20.
Okay. Alright, then I'll have to go for the two arrows.
So, 2 silver-tipped arrows?
Yes.
Considering how that's just a regular arrow,
Yeah.
I'll say
Unless
if it's small enough, I'll say plus 5 gold.
Okay.
If it's silvered.
Okay. Then I will get 2.
Alright, so 10 gold for 2 silver-tipped arrows. For your swords, let's see, they're both long swords. Plus 20, 15. They're about 35 gold for each one.
Alright.
Anybody else? Or Tara?
No, I don't want to spend any more money.
Okay. So, if that's what you guys want to go ahead and do, go ahead and talk to shopkeep. Persuade, maybe? I don't know. Do what you must. Do what is necessary.
These are weapons endowed with silver, right?
Yes.
I'd like two long swords.
Alright, 35 gold each. 70 gold.
All right.
I see that you have healer's kits here. It's part of the adventuring gear stuff. So, how much would it be for a pack of 4?
Healer's kits? And a blacksmith?
I don't know. Isn't it part of the adventuring gear stuff?
You'll probably want to go back to the general store for that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind. Then I will take 2 silver-tipped arrows.
Alright. Just 10 gold.
Alright. That works for me.
Alright. He pulls off what looks to be very finely crafted long swords for you, Begomnin. And he goes over to one of the barrels and he pulls out a couple of silver-tipped arrows, and he hands them both to you, and he retrieves the gold from you guys. Well, if that's all the business that I can help you with.
Okay.
If there's anything else battle related, come see me. As he says that, he then walks over to the anvil on one of the swords that he was forging, and he begins to work back onto it. What do you guys want to do?
I think I am good.
I'm good.
Alright.
Now, I don't know where I could find a hat for my dog. Sorry, guys. I doubt that there's a hat that will...
Shay to have a hat, so
They want Shay to have a hat. Why do they want him? He's a battle dog, not a puppy. Not like a domesticated dog.
I mean,
he's kind of
He is a
domesticated.
he is technically
bastard.
wearing headwear, which is leather headwear.
Yeah.
It's,
He doesn't
it's
need a
technically
fuzzy
already
hat.
a hat. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it's not a fuzzy hat, but it's lined from the winter wear that he got. It is lined well with the much more thicker fur.
Okay.
just wrap a cloth around his head and call it a turban then.
Yeah. I'm not making him look ridiculous or cute. He's a battle dog, people.
Alright, it is now late afternoon within the town. What do you guys want to do?
Around what time?
I would say it's about 3.
Okay. Still pretty early for me. Do we want to go immediately up to the summit, or do we want to take a break and find a place to stay for the night before we start?
Let's find a place for the night.
Okay.
Alright, well, you guys can, as you guys walk out of the blacksmith, you guys see, of course, aside from the tavern, there is a building with what looks to be a lantern on the sign. This is just a inn.
Okay.
It's just the Lightingord Inn, in which you guys enter, in which you are presented by a very very young-looking girl now overlooking the counter. She isn't exactly too young, but she's just short to where you begin to question her age. Probably a halfling.
I might have to. I mean, a lot of half elves here.
Halfling.
Halfling. Oh, okay.
If you want to know what a halfling is a hobbit but more badass.
Yeah. I was considering on making mine a halfling first. Then I went with ranger. All right. All right. We'll come in.
All right. You answer. Oh, hello. You planning to stay for the night?
Yeah. One night.
All right. For each of you, that is 20 gold.
20 gold.
All right.
That works for me.
Mitch begins to stare around. Oh no.
Okay,
Well, you guys, I guess I'll be sleeping outside.
I'll pay for you.
Oh, good. So that's 40 gold on you, Tara, and the rest is 20 gold each. And you just go ahead and place the gold. She pulls it back and she hands you guys keys to each of your rooms.
Alright. And they're all really they're all just next to each other, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And so what do you guys want to do? It's still...
I want to
Early
at least
in the
drop off
afternoon.
my stuff. At least just drop off my stuff so I don't have to worry about walking around with a pack on me.
Alright. So you guys go ahead and enter your rooms. You begin to just drop off your stuff. You are relieved of a lot of weight, what seemingly is like. And so where do you want to go from there?
Stretch out my muscles first. Alright.
I sit down and rest for a moment.
Alright.
Feel like a shower's needed. Ugh.
Yeah.
Been fighting on since the night.
I must smell awful right now.
Alright.
People never think of stuff like showers and going to the bathroom.
Oh man, I haven't
is a- it
peed
is-
in like 2 months.
It is generally assumed that before you actually go to bed that a lot of that stuff is often taken care of.
Yeah. But we've been up since like before the crack of dawn, so we're pretty much rank at this point.
Speak for yourself.
That's because you don't have to smell yourself.
Says the giant lizard man that smells like lizard and dirt.
Smells like sulfur.
Oh god. You know what else is needed? A skull hat per se. Stop trying to get me. The dog does not need a hat, people. He has a hat. He doesn't need a skull hat. Oh. The dog will get his bath tonight as well. He will not like it, but he will get it. I'm gonna...
As far as you guys possibly know, I would say I wouldn't say it has running water, but it seemingly is heated and pumped
Okay.
through a system.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm not walking around in a towel.
yeah, steam work does exist, like almost steampunkish work kind of does exist
Okay.
in this world.
Okay.
It's the usual regular science kind of stuff.
Okay.
as you guys have recently learned that guns also exist in this world too.
Yeah. That was a surprise.
Just a bit.
I'm currently working on trying to figure out if you guys would possibly want to like add to the multi-class of Gunslinger, but as it stands, there's Jacobs is the only person that you know that is a gunslinger.
Yeah, I still am weary of
too.
humans. I'm still am weary of humans, so yeah. Even talking to Jacobs kind of. So.
So as far as showers go, I would say there are showers separate for male and female, and it is pumped through a system of steam work and various other scientific facts and knowledge.
Factors, yeah.
And as you guys had finished your showers, you redress and you prepare yourselves for whatever else is to continue on for the day. So what else do you guys want to do?
We've done everything except go to the horse shop. So I mean, we've pretty much checked out all the major shops.
You guys have not checked out the office.
We haven't checked out the office yet. So yeah. What do you guys think?
Well, I guess we could check out the office.
I suppose.
Are we all in agreement?
I'm okay with you guys.
Mitch?
I have no problems.
That's what I thought.
Thought, you little bitch.
Sounds like Begonen's a little possessive or something.
I'm not possessive, you're possessive.
Possessive the girls.
No.
Dragons are greedy. Dragonborns are greedy.
He's only
No.
possessive of you, Alana.
No. I was sharing her with Zavin. Oh god, Zavin left! I miss my gnome friend.
Oh my god, chat. Seriously. Just oh my god.
The chat needs to, like, take a couple chill pills.
Yeah, I know. Seriously,
Like-
that's too mean.
Alright. So you guys end up leaving the inn. Of course, just a lot of your usual stuff is left behind there. I'm gonna say that the bag of holding is always with you, because I wouldn't want to leave. I wouldn't leave that behind.
Yeah,
Considering
that
it's
is the one
always
thing.
it's always as light. It weighs as much as it always will be, no matter what you put in it, no matter how big, no matter how small. It's just within its own dimensional size is what you get.
Is all the weight.
So you guys leave. You guys decide to go and head up to the office, and what looks to be where a lot of the general officials are of Lightingord. And so you enter, and the first person that you see is this is of course Jacobs, along with some other compatriots, just filing work and other things. Oh well, funny, a lot of you. I'm glad to see you. Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm here to see your captain.
You want to see Gunlid? Okay, I guess. Let me go talk to her real quick. And so he gets up from his chair, like the rest of what looks to be the guards and commanders, or guards and captains, look to each other like, are they sure about this? And you hear now steps coming down this wooden steps. She would like to ask why dogs.
We want to go up the mountain. And want to know if...
And so he rushes back up, steps, wooden, and suddenly, what now seems to be a slam of a door now seems to be this very hefty sounding steps coming down these wooden stairs, and around the corner is this very well armored tiefling woman, and she comes up to the front of the desk, and she places her helmet down. And why would the lot of you be wanting to go up White Dragon Summit?
Okay, I'm gonna say I'm intimidated. I'm hiding right behind Gomnin.
You immediately, as you see this woman, take a step around behind the Gomnin and slightly push him forward. And
yeah, I wasn't afraid of Tobias, but I'm afraid of this woman.
Very heavily armored. I'm not kidding you.
I know. Arya, say something.
I don't know what to say.
She's your race.
She's your kin.
Hello.
Hi.
Smooth.
Why are you trying to go up White Dragon Summit?
Because.
Is that the only reason?
We have business up there.
And that's all you need to know.
Really? Make a persuasion check.
All of us?
All of you. She,
Even though-
as far as she knows, you are a very shady bunch. Came into this office and wants to go up what is still a closed off mountain.
17 total.
17.
Nat 20. I'm hiding and I'm getting nat 20.
And like behind Gomnin, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
We have some business we have to do up there, and we would like to see if we can get your help. And that's all I say. Really rushed. So.
As far as you guys know, your business up there is to just go up there and then go back down to get to Arario. That is the knowledge that you guys know, but have not told her.
Yeah.
It's a well-armored tiefling woman.
Seriously, you guys are starting the shipping because I got behind Gomnin? You guys are real.
She repositions herself. She looks at all of you. I wish I could help. In fact, I would love to help you. You all look like, indelible warriors. Unfortunately, the only person that will allow you to go up there is Lyle. And she is currently incapacitated.
Incapacitated or dead?
Meaning she doesn't want to go back up there unless she has others along with her. In which you would have to ask her, in which she will judge you, and then possibly might be able to help. I'm sorry to have to put all of you through such bureaucracy, but my hands are tied.
Who is Lyle and where can we find her?
Well, she's currently upstairs sleeping, resting off frostbite. She is the head command of the campaign, which was led up White Dragon's Peak in order to eradicate whatever was up there, but she lost her troops, and she's the only one that survived.
She seems like she's the only way that we can get up there.
In order to remove those guards that are standing by the gate, she's the only one.
Looks
How
like we have
severe
no
is
choice.
How severe is her frostbite? How many days? Or I'm trying to figure out how many days.
She's already stabilized, probably awake by now, but she probably needs more rest. And out of the corner of your guys' eye, you see this human woman, well dressed in what looks to be some bronze armor. What is now there is some. It seems to have changed from the usual bright golden bronze to what is now looking like it's rusted and green. Kind of like the Lady Liberty, how it changes color from that bright bronze to now this very difficult looking color to look at. And she says, "To hell with that! I can take them up to White Dragon's Peak and we'll be down in no time. Hell with whatever attacked us in the beginning." And she throws a sword onto the counter. Begomnin, you suddenly feel slightly sick at the presence of it. Oh, Dragonborn, sorry. She immediately pulls the sword away.
Are you all right, Begomnin?
What was that?
As she says that, she takes this sword and draws it. You now see what looks to be this, and she presents it. This is a dragon's bane.
Oh.
Yes. And we are expecting a dragon up there.
Oh.
I would say that I would confirm, but I unfortunately am forced to deny.
Forced to deny does not mean that there isn't.
Exactly. She looks.
Right.
She looks back at Gunnelid. Are you sure that the lot of these warriors would be able to travel up to White Dragon's Peak, slay a dragon, and return home fine and dandy? I refuse to believe so. And she looks, "You deny my ability as a commander, and I just may cut your tongue off." Try.
Political struggles within the team.
Well, do all of you assume that you can actually make it through White Dragon Summit and return to Aurario safely?
We can try.
I have something bigger to deal with later on in my life, but if it'll lead me to my end goal, of course.
As far as Alana knows, the only information in order to further decode what was in the notebook is in Aurario.
Yeah. So it seems like I have no objections right now to anything.
Nope.
And you? She looks to Arya. I'll wait for your answer. Monk? He just shrugs his shoulder. Sounds like fun. Get up in harsher colds and harsher mellows, so let's do it. She nods her head like, okay.
Why are you creeping?
I'm in my closet. Go away.
Why are you creeping?
Yeah, I
heard you do stuff.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is my husband.
Don't put that in there. That's tender.
Make a hat out of the dragon head. Make a skull hat out of the dragon. Genius.
What did you do to the dog? Why is there peanut butter?
Go away.
All right. As she confirms with Mitch, she looks back to Arya. Well,
I just follow orders, and I wanted to help my friend. I wanted to help Alana.
all right. Well, my name is Lyle. I'm one of the 4 generals of Arario. I hope that we will be able to make it through this campaign alive. Hopefully. And with that, we will close for tonight.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Hey, Lord Kaiser, Alana is single. I, however, am not.
Yep. She has a quote-unquote hubby.
Husbando, if you would.
His hubby.
Oh, God. Don't do that, please. That's very scary.
Freaking adorable. Well, alright, you guys. It looks like you guys have your ticket up to White Dragon Summit, where you guys will possibly be fighting what might be a dragon.
Oh boy.
I'll definitely be releasing some general information about White Dragon Summit to you guys, and in case that you the viewer don't know, I have a chat on Skype in which we do usually do the calls on, but I usually give them general information about the world as to what they would know about the history of Alernon and some other few nations, but they mostly know the history of Alernon, and so when I say that I'll do general information, that's usually what it means, and that way, like, they don't feel like lost in the world in general. Know what I mean? So how was it for you guys tonight? A little bit of battle at the beginning, a little more interesting towards the end.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I really need to find my motivation, my character's motivation.
Yeah, I think
the reason why you're heading back to Arario is because of your job.
That's why I said I'm just taking orders.
Yeah. As far as your video had told, like, you're already your main goal, I would say you've started like everybody else. You started for everybody else. If you want to find like a much more deeper goal, that seems like something that you may want to talk about with me, because as your DM, or you may want to do it in game, because as your DM, I have to be able to work this world around you guys and see you guys evolve within it.
Yeah. I think that I don't know why, but I think Alana's character has already grown so much in the last couple of episodes, because you see her like be really mean one episode, the next one not knowing what the hell is flirting, and then going into another episode and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna hide behind someone. So.
And I'm very glad that you guys managed to actually meet up with Lyle. I was actually hoping that we had enough time, like, I was hoping that we may have had enough time to where you guys actually began to travel up, but considering that you guys checked into an inn, I kind of just began to pull it back a bit, because you guys are going to be spending the night anyways, so...
Yeah. I figured that getting a hotel would probably be best, because, one, it's already like 3 p.m. It would take way too long to even try to get started.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually have to write up Lyle's stats. Yeah, considering like how I've already written so much about like who are the current main people up in fucking NPCville of the royal people in Orario. Lyle was not actually supposed to happen, technically. She was actually supposed to die, but after a few D20 rolls with the storyline, she managed to escape and was saved by a few other people. But yeah, I wasn't planning on throwing a general at you guys until way later, but considering how the dice rolls, and that's how it goes. So yeah, welcome to Lightingord, and hopefully your guys' experience going up White Dragon Summit will be as fun as I expect it to be. So yeah. Let's see, with that being said. Also, okay, last announcements. I should have said this. Episode 5 was not recorded. I cannot download the video unless I download it in 15-minute increments.
Oh, yeah, that's happened to me before.
And that's already a problem because I can only download up to 3 hours, and the entire episodes usually last for about 3.5 because of the half-hour startup. So, what I might do is that I might do that this week. But episode 5 is going to take a little bit longer to put together and render. And that's already going to be a pain and a half. So, but this episode, I made damn sure that I recorded.
Okay.
So yeah.
You haven't put out episode 4 yet, have you?
Episode 4 is technically up on Patreon.
Okay.
So, so that will be out on the 12th
right.
for the general public.
Yep. Gotcha.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And my usual stuff, think about donating to the PayPal, Patreon, help me get miniatures and make things look more cool and professional instead of having to use these trees.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, technically, they are going back to the forest.
Yep. I mean, what I might do is that I might get some of that like tinsel and wrap it in like white tinsel top for going up the mountain should they ever get into a battle, which I'm pretty sure they will. All right, so. That being said, you guys have any exiting outros before we end tonight's stream?
Just check out our Twitter, Facebooks. Oh, I finally have a Patreon, by the way. I forgot to mention that earlier. So yeah, I already put the link up. So right. Yeah, I just started. So yay!
Yay! Yeah. I mean, I have my YouTube, Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, and I'll be streaming with Aaron and Ava tomorrow.
Yep.
I have Twitter and YouTube, so I might post something occasionally. Don't bet on it, but it feels nice to be liked.
You know what? to handle this dragon skull hat deal, tell you guys what, I will make an item for it if somebody draws it. If somebody draws Shay, Shay with the dragon skull hat, I will make an item for it, and we will deal with it however it will be.
That's the challenge for you, chat.
Yep.
Yep.
That's up to you, chat.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that being said, any closing statements? That's things to say.
I won't have stream this Wednesday, so yeah, sorry. You'll have to wait till next Wednesday or till the PTC Gaming stream on Friday, where I'll be singing with Carrie.
You guys,
Anthony
you
has
guys
yet
all
to invite me
stream.
back.
I'm sorry. Hey, I only get invited when it comes to One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Yeah.
That's the only time I get it.
Haven't
But
been invited back in months.
Should I start streaming stuff just randomly?
If you fit it in a schedule, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I know that this Friday is karaoke, so I'll be singing with Carrie. It'll be
Nice.
Carrie.
Nice. All right. Well then, anybody else? Last words?
Until next time, stay gold. Bang.
Stay golden, pony boy.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm glad that all of you were able to join us again tonight, and I hope to see you not next weekend, but the weekend afterwards, and where we will be going up to White Dragon's Peak. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next stream. Laters.